Hello there, Paleo FX crew. We're back again, or I'm back again. And today, right now, from the beautiful wine country is Mr. Todd White of Dry Farm Wines. And Todd and I were just talking just a second ago, talking about Paleo FX. And Dry Farm Wines always hosts the most epic wrap-up party of Paleo FX ever. And they've got something cooking this year that's going to be super fantastic.
Yeah,
And
we're just, here's the thing. We not only are we love being the official wine of Paleo FX, not only do we love that part, but we love the event so much and it's so dynamic that we're actually bringing 25 people with us. So almost our whole crew is coming down for Paleo FX. So we'll have 25 people on the ground to pour lots of
right.
wine. So it's going to be a great time.
And if you've ever been to a party where Dry Farm Wines is or where Todd is, the wine is just a continuous pour. They are
It,
they
it
are
flows, as we like to say, it flows like a river.
it absolutely flows like a river. They are very, very generous with their pours, and it's ongoing and all night. And the good thing about it is this wine is actually good for you because you'll wake up the next day having felt like you haven't had anything at all to drink, which with regular wines, I don't want to use the word traditional because that's not the right word I want to use.
Conventional.
Conventional wines, you usually wake up like you've just been hit by a Mack truck. But you can
It's
drink.
true.
It is true. It is true. And Todd, I did not back before I knew anything about Dry Farm Wines, and this was first introduced to me. I was skeptical. I was like, yeah, right. I know what it feels like to wake up after having too much wine, and I don't want that feeling. And but I am a believer in everybody. Everybody is the same way. When you tell them at first, you're going to wake up and feel fine the next day, nobody believes you until they actually try it. And they wake up the next day and they're like, wow, I can't even tell I drank wine last night.
We've been able to touch so many lives and get so many testimonials. We get daily emails. I mean, we touch hundreds of thousands of people, right, with these wines. And, that everybody has a similar experience, which was the experience I had. I didn't create this business it wasn't even a business. I was just trying to find a way to drink healthier for myself. Right. I mean, I thought I drank too much wine. I was feeling bad. I had regular hangovers. And I stopped drinking wine for a while as a result. And so in a period I like to refer to as suffering through sobriety. I mean, I'm a social guy. I like to drink. I enjoy wine. I've been drinking wine since I was 9 years old. Right. And so I'm just a lifelong love affair with wine. And I live in the middle of the Napa Valley, the most important wine appellation in North America, right? And so anyway, it's just, I had this relationship with wine. I was about to have to give it up. And so that's, this didn't start as a business. This started as I was kind of scratching my own itch. And then when I started sharing these wines with other people, they're like, this is amazing. I mean, with my friends who are also health fanatics, right? And so it's like who are in tune with their nutritional programming and who are in tune with their lifestyle and, their physical and neurological health, the biology and the neurology of biohacking. That's who we are. And so when I started sharing this with my other biohacking friends, they're like, oh, wow, this is amazing. You can drink this wine. You feel great, right? You don't get the same kind of buzz because the buzz is more energetic. It's a little lighter and fresher. Right. For one of the reasons is because all of our wines are low in alcohol, right? So they're lower in alcohol. Alcohol is a very dangerous neurotoxin, right? And you and I have read Food of the Gods, and,
Right.
which I read as a recommendation from you. It was a great book. And yep. So, we're all in tune with this kind of biology and neurology of how what we eat and drink or consume, affects our state and our state of being. And alcohol is not a great drug, and so as a result, when I think about wine, I'm thinking about, I really love wine. I don't love the effects of excess alcohol, right? And as a wine drinker, I drink every day. I drank every day before. And if you're going to drink wine on a regular basis, and I would tell you that we find that most regular wine drinkers, people who drink every day, think they drink too much, right? So we want to help the regular wine drinker be healthier, right? Alcohol's not healthy in very high doses.
Right.
So anyway, it's really important. I think, one of the things we're talking more about is to think about our relationship with alcohol, right? It's an important thing. And also very surprising to hear people hear that from the wine guy, because they think I'm here to sell wine. And that's not really my job. My job is to educate people about the toxins that are in conventional wine and to educate people about the dangers of alcohol. And if you're going to drink, which I'm going to drink, and I drink wine every day, but I want to drink better, smarter, lower alcohol in a more healthy way. Right?
Absolutely.
So that's kind of how we think about it. And you know exactly the struggle I'm talking about.
I do. And to drink smarter and better is key. Can you tell us, Todd, about those toxins in conventional wine? Why is it that if I drink a conventional wine, I feel like I've just been kicked by a horse the next day?
Well, here's the problem. There are three issues going on with conventional wine. Number one, there's 76 additives approved by the FDA for the use in winemaking. Now, most people don't know that unless they've heard me on a podcast or seen me speak somewhere. Most people don't know about these 76, many of them very nasty chemicals and additives that are going into conventional wines. Now, these additives are used to make wine safer for the winemaker, faster, and more profitable. Okay, now the reason you don't know about those 76 additives is because the wine industry has spent tens of millions of dollars in lobby money to keep contents labeling off of wine. So wine is the biggest, most important food product that does not have a contents label on it, right? Because the reason they don't want a contents label on it is because they don't want you to know what's really in it. That's problem number one, or the additives. Problem number two is high alcohol in wines. So, as I mentioned earlier, alcohol is a very dangerous neurotoxin. The average American wines now contain just right at 15% alcohol. We don't sell anything over 12.5%, and most of the wines I drink are between 10 and 11.5% alcohol. And that difference in alcohol makes a huge difference, not only in your hangover, but also in dehydration that wakes you up in the middle of the night, right?
Right.
And then number three is sugar in wines. So the conventional wines contain, generally speaking, somewhere between 5 and 50 grams of sugar per liter, right? That's per liter. To give you a big noisy truck, I'm out in the country, to give you a reference point, Coca-Cola has about 32 grams per liter of sugar in it, right? So this is, if you're trying to live a sugar-free or a keto or a paleo lifestyle, right, or a low-sugar lifestyle, as many people are, and I'm trying to live a sugar-free lifestyle, right? So, this sugar also, I give you the reference. Everybody will understand this if they're drinkers, right? The kind of sugar and alcohol have this nasty relationship with one another, right? From a neurological and a biological point of view. And how I can demonstrate that to you, if you drink a shot of tequila, that's a very different experience than drinking a margarita.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Or if you drink 3 shots of tequila, that's a very different experience than drinking 3 margaritas.
Right.
Right? Not only in terms of how you feel at the time of the buzz, but also the kind of resulting hangover that comes from it. Right? And so we want to stay away from sugar and alcohol together, just because they contribute to a nasty effect. Right? And so that's the other reason that sugar is so compounding to your hangover, and also to a low quality buzz as far as that's concerned, and a brain damage. You just feel terrible. So those are the 3 primary reasons why. And women in particular, the 4th reason is biogenetic amines. And the 2 primary ones that are found in high doses in conventional wines are tyramine and histamine. And many, many women, particularly as they reach middle age, many women have develop adverse reactions to histamine and tyramine, right? And so our wines, because of the way they're made, because of this natural process that they're made in, have very, very low low amounts of these biogenetic amines. So those are some of the reasons. But here's what people know, and here's why hundreds of thousands of people drink our wine. To feel is to understand, right? And so when you drink this wine, you have a lot of experience with it. You know how you feel,
right?
And you know how you feel the next morning, which is completely different than the way, and which is the reason that our business has grown so fast and become so large, and we're the official wine for 150 health and performance conferences across the U.S. I mean, just last week we're at the Bulletproof Upgraded Lab Conference in Southern California in Los Angeles, and so we're the selected official wine for virtually every what I would call forward-looking health conferences, right? Not for traditional medicine. I mean, traditional medicine gets almost everything wrong, as you know, and understands nothing about anything, right? But for all forward-looking health and performance conferences, we're the official wine all across the U.S. And the reason is because it works.
And it tastes great. So I know what people are thinking. If you haven't tried Dry Farm wines and you're thinking, oh, well, it's got all these other qualities that are healthy for you. And so the payback from that, or the repercussions of that, must be that it tastes watered down, or it tastes bad, or it doesn't taste like regular wine. And I can tell you, you're wrong. It's fantastic tasting.
It tastes better than regular wine.
It does.
And so it's friendlier with food. When you remove the sugar and these high alcohol and all these additives, turns out that the honest, real, living wine, natural wine, that is spiritual. It has energy. And so that you don't find in conventional wines. Conventional wines have been sterilized with sulfur dioxide, killing everything in them. And Dr. David Perlmutter, who we interviewed at Paleo FX last year, posted a study on natural wines, the bacteria that are still living in natural wines because they've not been sterilized with sulfur dioxide, or what we call mummified and McDonaldized, right? That's what you get in conventional wine. These living bacteria are actually supportive to the gut microbiome. Right. And so not only do these wines make you feel better and come with no hangover, but they're also healthy for your gut. So and they taste delicious. And so we want everybody to come to Paleo FX and come visit us and learn more, and PARTY, party with us, right? Because we bring the party, and it's a good time. It's a good time.
A very important part of the Paleo experience, and we do all of these things so we can heighten the living experience. And part of the living experience is just the brotherhood, connectedness of being together with people. And what better way to do that than with good people, good food, and excellent wine.
Wine connects people at the heart, and it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing to get heart connected through wine. And I want to wrap this up by telling you we have a special offer for your audience. They can get a penny bottle of wine simply by going to dryfarmwines.com/PaleoFX.
Do that and try it out. I mean, try the penny a bottle. If you're skeptical, what's a penny? Try it out. You'll get to try it, and I guarantee you that will not be your last bottle of Dry Farm wines. In
addition to that, we have a 100% happiness guarantee, no questions asked. If you don't love the wine, we'll give you your money back. You keep the wine. Even if you've drank it, we'll give you your money back. Right. You don't have to send anything back to us. We'll replace a bottle. Any bottle you don't like, we replace free of charge. 100%, no questions asked. Don't need to send us a photograph. Don't need to return anything. You just tell us that you don't love it. Right. And we'll take care of it.
And I'll tell you what, do everything you can to be anywhere that Dry Farm Wines is sponsoring, be it Paleo FX or conference you go to. I guarantee you, go to one of their parties, their after parties. They are such gracious hosts. Todd, I have to say this. You guys are the most gracious hosts of any parties that I've ever been to. I mean, because not only you, but your entire team loves what they do. I mean, it's just you guys are just great to be around.
Thanks, man. As I mentioned to you, we're bringing 25 of our crew to Paleo FX this year, and we're super excited and can't wait to turn up the volume on the fun and the PARTY.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We cannot wait to see you guys again at Paleo FX, proud sponsors of Paleo FX. Dry Farm Wines, Todd and crew will be out there in full force, and you'll be glad they are. Make sure you see them. Make sure you shake their hand. Make sure you give them a big, big hug because they deserve it. Todd and
we're huggers too.
Yes,
yeah, we're huggers.
Hug
is our handshake. Love is our language. So,
right
and wine is our beverage. I love you, man. Look forward to seeing you. Thanks for having me on today.
Love you too, brother. I can't wait to see you and the crew in a few short days, man. Safe travels coming out here.
Thanks, man.
All right. Paleo FX crew, Dry Farm Wines. Make sure you go get your capitalize on that penny bottle offer. Try it out. You'll be glad you did. I guarantee it. All right, Todd. Take care, brother. Paleo FX
See you,
crew.
man.
We'll see ya.